Well, what's up, guys? Skap here, and shout out to all of you who have brought to my attention the recent bummish exploits of Agent Zero Gilbert Arenas, who, yes, is a lying fraud. You did, in fact, read the title of this video properly, and look, I know, it's a bit harsh terminology to say the least, but what else? Do you call someone who repeatedly lies and slanders another person under the guise of, quote, being a big fan of that person, which is precisely what this lying fraud continues to do with Kobe Bryant, claiming he is not only a big Kobe fan, but that Kobe is in fact his favorite player. Yet he is routinely denigrating Kobe even when he looks stupid as hell in the process.
I've seen nobody do that to Kobe.
He lost to Jason Terry.
Jason Terry averaged the same amount of points as LeBron James in the finals.
Speaking of which, I personally exposed this scrub head-to-head myself a few months ago during a YouTube live stream. But first, for those of you who do not know, I appear semi-regularly on Fearless with Jason Whitlock. Yeah, that's me right there. And here I am in my most recent appearance there discussing LeBron just about a week and a half ago. And I, who actually am a big Kobe guy, am still out here bringing this man's name up and defending him.
Where do we see an example of LeBron defying all odds and leading a team to a championship, a challenging championship? It's never happened. In 22 years, we're still waiting. Conversely, we have plenty of other examples of that. Well, I'm saying we have plenty other examples of that, including Michael Jordan. I will even present to you Kobe Bryant with Pau Gasol as his only other All-Star. Kobe Bryant winning back-to-back NBA championships without another top 75 player in a loaded Western Conference where he's playing 50-win teams in the first round.
You see, that's what people who are actually Kobe guys do. Yet every time Kobe is brought up to Gil, slander. And so too was the case when he showed up on the MJFB YouTube live stream that I am on from time to time on Sundays. There, I went head-to-head with the hibachi Gilbert Arenas on the Kobe LeBron topic and scorched him. Yes, suffice it to say, I absolutely humiliated and destroyed this guy. I mean, he had no answers for anything I was throwing his way.
Gil, I want to ask you a legitimate question here. I want to ask you a follow-up. I did not get a satisfactory response to my answer earlier from you, and I do respect you taking the time and hopping on, but I have to get an answer to this because one of the basketball takes that has annoyed me the most, this is Skap Attack here. One of the basketball takes that has plagued me my entire life. I'm a few years younger than you. I watched Kobe Bryant and LeBron James their entirety of their careers. You mentioned in your answer as to what makes someone the GOAT or what makes someone great to you is their ability to dominate and impact both sides of the ball. Kobe Bryant is one of 3 players in NBA history to make at least 10 All-NBA first teams and 10 All-NBA defensive selections. Him, Tim Duncan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that's it. Gil, Kobe Bryant led an NBA decade in scoring, in points per game, in points averaged, and he made 9 All-NBA defensive teams during that span. He went to 7 championships and he won 5 back-to-back without a single other top 75 player. Has LeBron ever dominated a season to that degree? Have we seen LeBron take relatively little help? Because say what you will about Pau Gasol, he is not a top 75 player. He was a one-time All-Star with 0 All-NBA team selections through 7 years when he arrived in LA. Kobe took that, went to 3 straight NBA championships, won back-to-back, and dominated the playoffs against 50-win opponents at every level. Have we ever seen LeBron reach that peak? Have we ever seen it to the degree that you can justify putting him above Kobe Bryant, who did it at a high level at both ends of the floor while winning challenging championships?
Well, you got to say longevity, right, plays a part, right? It plays a part.
No, it doesn't.
You're saying the teams LeBron James took to the championship were talented?
More so than anything Kobe Bryant had in the second iteration of his career when he went to 3 straight and won back-to-back. Yes.
So on his team, who is as good as Paul Gasol on his team?
Let's take a look at LeBron's greatest championship ever. You know, the one that made him the GOAT in his own mind, the 2016 3-1 comeback against the 73-9 Warriors. Kevin Love on that team was the third option for that 2016 Cavs team. The year prior, the year before he joined up in Cleveland, Kevin Love was in his mid-20s. He was second-team All-NBA. He averaged 24 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. At the time, it was the only such line in NBA history. He was top 5 that season in PER, win share, BPM, VORP. Kevin Love was an undisputed top 10 player the year before he went to Cleveland and became the third option on a team that included Kyrie Irving. That team is the team that I'm talking about. He had far more help than the Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom.
Would you take Kevin Love over Paul Gasol?
But at the time that Pau Gasol went to LA in his 7th year and the time that Kevin Love went in his 6th year to join up in Cleveland, unequivocally, yes. Look at the
Did you say 7th year? Hold on.
Pau Gasol was in his 7th NBA season when he was traded to LA in 2008.
And Gil again has no answer here, starts frantically Googling things, only to find out, of course, everything I am saying is checking out. So then, of course, in a desperate attempt to try to justify his garbage take on LeBron over Kobe, he, like countless other LeBron jock sniffers, falls on the tired and trusted Shaq carried Kobe crutch.
Yeah. Kevin Love
was in his 6th NBA season. Look, Pau Gasol was a one-time All-Star in 2008. No All-NBA teams. Kevin Love was a 2-time All-NBA second-team selection by the 6th year with Minnesota when he went to join LeBron. Remember, Gil, they traded away the first overall pick in Cleveland to bring on Kevin Love.
Can I ask Jay one question?
And wait, Kevin Love had a rebounding title too. Don't forget about that.
So if we're gonna use that, so Kobe has 5 rings, right?
Correct.
3 of the rings, he wasn't the lead dog. So if we take those 3 away and then go against against LeBron's 4.
Gil, how are we defining lead dog? Because just let me give you a real quick overview of Kobe's 3 rings, which you can't give you a real quick overview. In 4 finals runs with Shaq. In 4 finals runs with Shaq, because Shaq and Kobe went to 4 NBA finals.
This guy.
Shaq averaged 1 more point per game than Kobe in the 4 playoff runs that presented finals appearances for the Lakers. Kobe led the NBA playoffs in clutch time scoring. He led not only the Lakers, he led the NBA playoffs in clutch time scoring in that three-peat. He was all-NBA defense first or second team. He was the leading assist player on the Lakers and the lead ball handler and facilitator. Are we really sure that Kobe was not just a co-best player? Are we sure that people like you that like to present Kobe in revisionism as a Robin or as a second option, are we sure that it wasn't a Batman?
People like me, didn't I say Kobe is my favorite player of all time?
You did, but I still like justification of why LeBron James is above him. And this has been bothering me for 20 years of how and when. See, this is why I don't like the LeBron and Jordan comparison.
Listen.
By Kobe.
See, that's why I say you argue for who you like versus arguing for somebody else.
After I easily destroyed this premise, Arenas slithered back into his little hole, claiming Kobe was in fact his favorite player.
I've seen Kobe do some shit that's never been done before, and probably never will.
And yet, Gil was at it again recently as he took up for LeBron over Kobe on a recent episode of his Gil's Arena, and also got pretty heated in the process, calling Kobe a sidekick.
He was a sidekick until he got rid of Shaq and then 1-2 for himself. So technically, when you're looking at it, he was a sidekick for 3, 2 as a real main character.
Now, I just need to reiterate the point I made in the previous head-to-head debate I had with Gil and really emphasize this point here once again, as I have done in multiple other videos. But in case you need to see this again, Shaq and Kobe played in the NBA together for 8 years, went to 4 NBA Finals, and won 3 of them. They won their first championship in that 1999-2000 season and played in their last finals together in the 2003-2004 season. That is a 5-year span with 5 seasons worth of data to evaluate, which is over 90 games of sample size. And this is not a small sample. During those 90-plus games, which resulted in 3 titles, Shaq averaged 27 points per game, 14 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Kobe would average 26 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 5 assists, 1 point fewer. That is what Kobe averaged in 5 years worth of playoff runs and 4 titles appearances, 1 fewer point per game than Shaq. But over that 5-year span, Bryant would be named All-NBA Defensive First Team 3 times and Second Team Defense twice. So Kobe, who was the best perimeter defender on the planet during that time span, was not just scoring those points, he was defending the best player on the other team. Also, you have to look at when those points were being scored, something Arenas clearly isn't smart enough to do.
So you're saying Kobe Bryant? So you're saying Kobe Bryant wasn't the number 1 option in the 4th quarter when it came down to it?
He wasn't the number 1 option on the team.
Please.
See, in 2 of their 3 rings together in the 2000 and 2001 runs, Bryant didn't just lead his team in 4th quarter scoring, he led the entire league, while leading the league in playoff clutch time scoring, even in that first title run in 99-2000. Finally, Kobe also led the Lakers in assists per game during those runs, which Arenas just wanted to talk about rebounds and points on his show recently.
Shaquille O'Neal averaged 30 and 15. Kobe averaged 29.
Okay.
But factoring in Kobe's points assisted as well as scored, he accounted for a larger percentage of the Lakers' total offense than Shaquille O'Neal in the playoffs during their 4 finals runs, as Kobe scored or assisted on 2,785 of the Lakers' 8,217 points during LA's 4 finals runs, good for 34%, while Shaq accounted for only 32% of the total offense during that time. So now, let's just recap. Kobe accounted for more offense, while also being the best defender at his position league-wide, and leading the league in 4th quarter scoring and clutch time scoring, yet was somehow carried as some kind of a sidekick or Robin figure. Complete and total nonsense out of this lying fraud Arenas.
3 of them, you was the sidekick.
I got drafted.
Not to mention, the entire premise of this conversation was flawed, as the entire argument spawned over who was the best killer.
Who is the better killer? Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. Put them in order.
And hell, I already got Gil to admit that Kobe trumped LeBron easily in that category.
You said it. You said Kobe was a closer, but the last 5 minutes, the star takes over. In today's game, the Lucas, right, the Shays, that wasn't LeBron's skill. That's not LeBron's skill, right? That's why he wasn't successful at the end until he got someone who could do that.
So maybe when Gil is tired of picking on guys outside of his weight class on this topic, he can have me on to fully discuss it. Just me and Gil for as long as he wants. Get the word out. I will fly myself to his studio and do this in person. Until then, YouTube, if you have stumbled upon this video or have been watching videos of mine for a while now but are not subscribed, please consider doing so, as I appreciate it greatly, and stay up to date with me. Until next time.